Today, Brett, about your role as the captain of a new program like GCU's.
All right.
So go ahead and just tell me a little bit about, first of all, how did you get to GCU?
Let's see. I've lived in Arizona my whole life, and when I was younger, around the Pee Wee age, GCU was really starting to get big, and they said they were going to build a rink on campus. But then, unfortunately, the economy went down, so they never went into it. And then I started playing, competitive more and more, and then I ended up in Gillette playing juniors. And then I finally saw that GCU was having a hockey team, and I emailed the coach asking, hey, what division you guys going to play in? How's it going to work out? And he emailed me all the information, and I told him I wanted to play for him and start the new program.
So tell me a little about playing in Gillette. That's North American Hockey League,
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
How was that experience?
It was a great experience. For any hockey player, honestly, juniors is probably a good route to go for anyone. It really gets you the experience with the older guys. And I really liked it up there because we had a good fan base, the coaches were great, and the level of play was much higher than here in Arizona. And playing juniors, you're playing against kids who are probably 3-4 years max older than you, and that really shows you, how to play once you get older. And with the vets there, it really helps you learn all the little things throughout the years.
So tell me a little bit about your role with GCU, being the captain in the first year of this program, first year being ACHA. What's your responsibilities?
It's a pretty big responsibility, as we know. It's our first year, so we gotta show GCU especially what we're all about. And, as a first-year team, we have nothing to prove. We have nothing but improvement to happen, so that's really nice. And we just want to pave the way for future hockey players here at GCU. And it'd be nice just to have a good 4 years as a captain and as a first-year team to go in and do well and show the college that we are serious about hockey here in Arizona.
So as you look at hockey in Arizona growing up here, you of course saw the Coyotes come to town and things like that. But did you ever expect that you'd see hockey growing the way it is at the college level in the state?
No. At first, I always knew ASU had a club team and U of A had a club team when I was younger, but it was never really that big until they started winning the national championships and going to the national tournament year after year, and that's when it really started to get big here. And then, of course, with all the players moving on to juniors and having Arizona ties, it's really brought kids back to Arizona because they want to play in front of their hometown, and especially in front of their family and friends.
So you talk a little bit about the growth of hockey, and you see something like Austin Matthews being drafted number 1. It kind of gives everybody in Arizona the chance that, hey, you really can go big time with this.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty big that he's from Arizona. I played with him when I was a Pee Wee over at Arcadia, so that was pretty cool to see him get drafted number 1. And the fact that he's from Arizona makes it even better because, he's the first kid from Arizona to ever go number 1. And just shows everyone around the world, not just us Arizonans, that, we're serious about hockey here in the desert.
So last year you weren't here with the GCU program when they played in the men's league, right? You were up in Gillette still?
Yep.
So the growth of the program just over the year is kind of phenomenal, the way things have really taken off.
Yeah, from the way Coach Roy has told me, from the prospect team to now, it's been a real big improvement. We have a D2 team that will play actual colleges and whatnot instead of playing against men's leagues team. And it's just crazy to see that they're going from a prospects team in the men's league to a full-blown D2 college team in 1 year. And then next year we're hoping to have 2 teams, one in the D2, one in the D3, and then we're even starting our women's program in 17-18.
Right. So you also have a new facility to play in now. I know last year they played over at Oceanside, and now you're a little closer to campus, and the facility here at Arizona Ice Peoria is first class.
Yeah, this was my home rink growing up, so it is really nice to be playing here for my college hockey career. And it's only about 15 minutes down the road from my house, so it's even closer for family to come in. And they do a good job here, keeping the ice in contact, and when something goes wrong, they do let us know. And if there's a compressor down, we can always use the other sheet, which is very nice having 2 sheets, because if something goes wrong on one, we can go to the other, and it always flip-flops. They always make time for us, which is nice, and they're nothing but great to us, so it's really cool. So
this year you guys have a couple of big experiences. First of all, you're hitting the road for the first time this weekend, right? Down to San Diego State?
Yeah, it's gonna be a good test for us. Again, we have nothing to lose as it's our first year. We have no history of, we had this many wins, this many losses. We have clean slate, 0-0. So we're going in looking at it as a new program. We're going to do well. And then there's nothing but improvement. You know, whatever happens, happens. We're hoping for the 2 W's, but if not, we have nothing else but improvement.
So you look at not only the trip down there and start taking some road trips with this team, but you get to play some pretty unique places too. You're going to play over at Gila River Arena, I understand,
Yeah.
and then also up at Prescott Valley.
Yeah, Gila River Arena is actually the Coyotes arena. It's a big arena. It's really nice. I played there when I was a kid, and it was just the best experience. You know, even as you get older and older, you could be 30 years old. You step on that NHL ice, and there's nothing better than feeling the atmosphere of an actual arena. And then the Prescott Valley Center, I've never played there before, but from what I've heard, they had 2 games between NAU and I think it was ASU, and they had 2,500 fans up there for each game. So to have 5,000 fans in a town that doesn't even have a hockey team anymore is pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about your play, your style of play on the ice. What do you do? What makes you you?
Ooh, let's see. I'm a defenseman, so you know, of course, I like to stay back sometimes. But if I see the opportunity, I'm going to take it every time to go up and get in the play. I don't like staying in front of the net too much, you know, because again, I always want to be pushing offense, you know, get the puck in the net. Of course, defense wins championships, but you got to score sometimes to get that win.
So tell me, from what you know of your teammates right now, where do you think your strengths are this season?
We're gonna have a lot of speed. We have a lot of kids with speed this year, and it's gonna be nice to see how that all plays out through the lines and whatnot. And then once we get a system down and everyone buys in, it's gonna be a really good squad to play with and compete with.
So tell me a little bit about your interaction with Coach Roy. Obviously, he thought a lot of you to name you captain right after the get-go. So tell me a little about the experience and what he brings to GCU hockey.
He brings a great atmosphere. I know he coached for the ASU team, you know, the past couple of years, and from the way he's been talking to me over the summer, it was real nice getting to know him. He's a great coach, and he knows what he's talking about. Even though he's a goalie, he knows exactly what he's talking about on the ice and off the ice. So it's really nice seeing a coach come in to know what he's talking about, especially with the systems he's bringing us. And, you know, the coaching style he has is very nice. He sends us an email of the practice squad before practice, so that way we know the drills. Instead of wasting our time talking about the drills during practice, we can just get right to it.
Okay, final question for you. Actually, not even a question. I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the GCU fans, supporters, GCU University. Tell them what they can expect from the Lopes this year and why they should come out and see you guys.
Oh, they should expect a big competitive season, especially with only having 10 games at home. We really want to show them what GCU hockey is all about, so that way we can get more fans coming in and just having a great atmosphere, especially for the fans at GCU, as they support all the sports. But since it's a first year, I think they'll really like the hockey team since they've been wanting it for a while. And we're really hoping to have the Havocs come out to an ASU game or a U of A game, as they're a big, what do you call it? A student section, big student section for all the other sports. So we're hoping they can come out to one game and show GCU what hockey is all about.
Brett, I thank you for your time and have a great season.
All right, thank you very much.